Satnam, we finished the last interview that we did with Dilnavaz and we were chatting and there were so many other topics that came up. So I said, please let's talk some more because for me also it's so interesting. Every time I'm with her, I learn something new. And right now we were talking about plants and some people make this mistake of getting any kind of plant and putting it anywhere. Like there are some plants which should not be kept in the bedroom. Certain plants which should not be kept anywhere inside the house, like a cactus. And there was one plant which I loved, which was my favorite, which was a Lolina, which comes out and it just drops out. It was very old, it was beautiful, but then she will tell you why it's not appropriate to keep certain plants like the cactus inside the house. We can start with the cactus actually.
Cactus are basically thorny plants. Anything that is pokey, that is hurting, we do not want them. Plus, they don't want so much of water, so there is no nourishment that they want. So that's why they have dry plants. And we want plants which are nurturing, which are growing, which are having flowers and all, but not cactus. Cactus are barren tree, and you know where they grow, mostly in desert. So we don't want our house to be a desert.
Sorry, I just want to interrupt the plant thing for the desert thing that we said. You also always told me never to put a painting or a sculpture of a camel in the house.
Yes, camel is again a desert animal. So it stores inside in his hump water and all. But basically it is just a dead animal walking miles and miles in desert. And there is nothing much about it. So avoid camels. Camels are load carriers, nothing much. Like donkeys, that way.
So no donkeys also? Okay, so now we can go back to the plants. So what about plants in the bedroom?
Okay. Plants, if you want plants in the bedroom, put the plants which are giving oxygen, like orchids. Okay, then there are that mother of tongue, but that is also having point. So, but best plant to put it in bedroom is orchids. It blooms, it is beautiful, the colors are beautiful. So, best plant to put in bedroom. I have one for nearly 18 years in my house, and it blooms very well.
What about fake plants? I mean, some people now this fashion, to show green everywhere. So people buy these plastic plants. What about that? Okay,
now see, there are two differences. In the beginning also, we were told that fake plants are not good and all. But those days we were getting plants which were only plastic. But now we get natural plants made of cotton, cloth or polyester or silk. Those plants are very good. Those you can put it to enhance colors if you want to.
But why not plastic?
Plastic is a dead energy. It is dead. So we do not put anything of plastic like that.
Like dead wood also. I've seen a lot of homes, very nice homes, well done up homes having this dead wood. And it's like a dead energy.
Yeah.
And you want to say,
it is a floating wood that they pick it up and put it. But that is dead. Anything that is dead, if you put it in the house, the energy of death comes in. So avoid any dead wood. Instead, have nice carving, piece. That is okay from wood. That is nice. But dead wood, the drifting wood, no, don't have it in the house. They like to put it up to put plants on it, but no, it's not that. It's not good.
Anything in the kitchen you want to tell them about the kitchen?
Yeah, kitchen is very important. You have to see that kitchen, a kitchen is a fire element. Okay, so with fire, what will go? Wood will go, and definitely in the kitchen, water is required. So wood, water, fire, these are the good elements with earth. So we create a creative cycle. We do not try to have destructive cycle like a refrigerator, a sink here, and next to it a stove. The oven or stove. We do not put because fire and water clash. We can create a cycle which is creative. Like you can put insect. Now you cannot change it. You put something green in the middle to create that cycle. So water is absorbed by the green. Green feeds fire. That way we do it. And most important, never put kitchen in northwest sector of the kitchen. Whether it is in the northwest direction and the northwest sector of any direction kitchen. Avoid that. That is called, fire at heaven's gate. We do not put that.
So when you say northwest sector, you're saying that when you stand in the middle of the kitchen, you take your compass and whatever northwest you avoid.
Do not have it. Okay. Yeah, do not have.
The other thing I remember recently, something that had happened is when I entered the house and it was somebody's new house, and instead of the house being on the same level, it was on a slightly lower level. So when you enter, you step down.
Yeah.
And I know Dilnavaz will have something to say about that.
So we are told that energy has to just go and ascend, not descend. So whenever the energy descends and you stay, means you're a little bit lower than outside world. So don't do that.
So
Try
always,
to have-
what is even better is if you can step up. Like if you enter the
Ascend.
house and you step
Anything
up.
ascending energy is rising energy. That is how we put it.
What about bonsai? We were talking about plants before. What about a bonsai?
Bonsai are tortured plants. You know, their roots are cut off. So don't have to plant. They may have the value, but for the spiritual value, don't go for bonsai.
What if somebody wants to say, can I keep it in my garden outside then?
Again, bonsai has to be maintained. So you're going to cut their roots. Cut their roots. That's not healthy. It hurts the plants. Plants also have life.
So for those of you who are watching this episode on Feng Shui, I have a very interesting story to share with you. When I was buying this particular apartment about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I was trying to follow vastu. And a lot of people have this question. After my first video on Feng Shui, a lot of people ask me the difference between the two. This is really important for you to understand. So what I did was, my best friend, his consultant was one of India's top vastu consultants, and he lived in Hyderabad. So when he came to Mumbai next, I requested him, to send him to my place. So he came wearing these white clothes and nice white slippers, very holy looking man, and he took out his compass. Basically, my question to him was that there are 4 wings in that building: A, B, C, D. So there was A wing, B wing, C wing, D wing. So like I had to just ask him a very simple question: should I buy in A, B, C, or D? So he spent about half an hour, 40 minutes, and he kept looking here. He did that. He wrote this. He wrote that. And then he said, I think you should buy it in B wing. It's very good for you. I said, very good. My problem is solved. So, as luck would have it, I met somebody else who had written 8 books on Vastu after 2 days. I had not yet paid for the B wing. So I said, okay. I asked him, I said, will you see my house and tell me which wing to buy? Just to get a reconfirmation. It's a very important decision if you believe in Vastu. I believed in Vastu at that time. So he said, of course, no problem. He came to my house. He took out his compass. He went here, he went there. He took half an hour or 40 minutes. And then he said, you must buy D wing. D wing is very good for you. It's the best. I said, shit. Now I'm really literally in a jam. Because I would have bought B, but now he said D. So now I had to call somebody else, because now at least that guy, whoever an expert is, will say, okay, either take B or D, and it's a reconfirmation. So then I found somebody from Calcutta. He is the advisor to some of the biggest families, biggest Marwari industrialist families in India. And then, through my friends and my well-wishers, he came to my house. And I thought he would say B or D. He said, buy A. And that was the last day I believed in Vastu. So luckily for me, in that frustration, somewhere God, I always believe that God sends me angels at the right time for me. And it always happened. And this beautiful woman landed up in my life, and my whole life changed after that. So she was the one who helped me decide which flat to buy. I bought that. And the other thing that she did for me, I told you, it's a long list. And one of the topics that I will discuss with you is the Feng Shui of visiting cards and the Feng Shui of signatures. If you have a shop, the Feng Shui of the signage that you put up. It's such an important topic. It's such an important subject. I can't even tell you. And again, all the education that I have has been from Dilnavaz. And we will talk about that some other time. And but that's it for today. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Love you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sat Nam.